everybody, this is Heflatv and coming with me, but we're the guys from Heflatv, and as you might notice, like, why are those casters from Heflatv not on Heflatv channels? Well, the explanation is pretty simple. There are actually two Division 1 games going on, and we actually thought we can stream them on one channel, but they play overtime, which is, I guess it's good, but that's why we have to assign Heflatv to the Hehe versus TC endgame, and that leaves only one English channel, which is my private one. And so we are here on my private one. I hope this is not an inconvenience. Anyway, Mito is with me. Let's hop into the draft.
Yeah, sup guys. So we're gonna have House of Gamers up against Zero Respect. And the bans so far are coming out pretty fast. It's quite unusual from Zero Respect. It seems like they still don't want to deal with the Ember Spirit, where when the hero's kind of fallen off ever since he received the nerf in the recent patch. But Doxia, usual bans. You see Triumph, Protector, Mirana, also considered top tier picks as of now, so nothing out of the ordinary, but it does open up and make room for a lot of heroes such as Invoker, Centaur, AA, well,
Yep.
What else do you have? Sand King, yeah, there's so many things that could possibly happen right now.
It's by the way interesting the last like 2 or 3 weeks that this Darkseer gets so often banned. Like, to be honest, I don't agree with it. Like, I rather have a Darkseer against me than an Invoker, but yeah, sometimes he slips into that first ban rotation for, I mean, obvious reason. Of course he can be strong. Of course he can also scale pretty nicely, even in the late game because of the wall. But overall, I don't think it's, I don't know. I just, maybe my priorities are just wrong there. But like Centaur War and a Invoker AA, okay, AA slipped also a bit in the background there, but I would rather ban them. But here, Zero Respect, they decide, okay, Doxia is more important. They have the first pick anyway, so they secure themselves the Invoker, and that leaves House of Gamers now with, let's see what it is. I mean, Centaur War and a Dazzle combination could come out. They could also secure the AA, or of course Batrider for the initiation. And yeah, as I'm saying it, Batrider is coming out in the same second, so they have the Lasso initiation.
Wow, how could I have forgotten to mention the Batrider? But the topic on the Doxia, that's an interesting one because as of last year, I remember beginning of last year, Doxia it's completely died off, and it had one of the lowest win rates in terms of like heroes being drafted for professional games was something like 30-something%. So it was ridiculous. At that time, it seemed like what actually worked was having a farming offlaner, such as the Lone Druid, popularized by Emerald Bulldog, as well as the Furion. But post-TI, it seems like the shift has gone from more of a split pushing now down to a more team fight oriented and just fast pushes in general. And as well as having the mid from heroes such as like Puck, Magnetar, just having those big crowd controls, it has shifted as well by teams, thanks to teams such as like EG, to heroes that are more farming oriented and can abuse the mid lane a lot more, such as Shadow Fiend, Naga Siren, etc. But once again, in the recent patches, it seems to have changed a little bit more, and priorities are ganking, team fighting, and everything is just possible right now in this current patch.
Yep, absolutely. And Nyx Assassin is coming out on the other side. I mean, House of Gamers, popular picks, you already talked about it. And Nyx Assassin, well, and it always was a good hero. I still like him. The only problem is we see more and more teams that like really go aggressive against the Nyx Assassin. If you leave him pretty much undetected, you don't buy any detection whatsoever, then he can be really dangerous. The problem is at the moment we see more and more teams that actually plant sentry wards at pretty much every entry point where they have the emphasis on, which means you have at each and every lane, maybe mid or the safe lane whatsoever, you have those sentry wards. So whenever Nyx Assassin is trying to rotate in with the first vendetta he gets, then he will be detected, and we've seen Nyx Assassins fail horribly in the last couple games we casted Nyx Assassins. So it's always, I don't know, it's top or flop for Nyx Assassin. But now the second ban rotation is coming out, and Zero Respect, they go for an IO. Okay, that's actually interesting, because after Batrider Centaur, with, I mean, two heroes that require pretty much a Blink Dagger rush, or at least Blink Dagger farm, maybe it's coming out a bit later on the Centaur, but like another global presence with the Wisp, I didn't see that happening. But like a month ago, I had actually 2 games with a Wisp Centaur combination as a dual lane, and it was just sick. It was really just sick because he was spamming out his double edge from the first second on pretty much, and it was horrible because the Wisp was just healing it up, and this lane was just absolutely wrecking the enemy.
Oh man, that sounds disgusting. Having that return on the Centaur and the constant heal out from the Wisp, that is something that you really don't want to deal with. But then again, Wisp right now it can only be played as a follow up instead of an initiation type. So you have two great setups. You have the Centaur as well as Batrider, and if the Wisp can always bring someone else, that's going to be devastating for zero impact, especially on heroes like Invoker before it gets 4-stat, before it has the maneuverability to be able to outrun the chase. So I love this ban personally. And in terms of Nyx Assassin, I feel like the reason why we don't see as much of a Nyx right now, it's kind of the reason why Earthshaker has been replaced by Sand King. In the respect that Nyx Assassin, even though it does really well in offlane, it has 2.5 base regen, it just doesn't have the versatility like a Batrider or Centaur. Those heroes that go offlane, or even a Doxia for that matter, those heroes that go offlane, if the lane becomes tough, they always have an additional option. And whenever they want to, supports will be stacking up the jungle. So by the time, say, we're 6 minutes into the game, that's usually the timing for these type of heroes like Centaur and Batrider to go back in the jungle. And you just rack up a 10-minute Blink Dagger, and it changes the outcome of the game. Whereas
Yep.
Nyx Assassin and Earthshaker, you gotta be patient. You just gotta find that space, but not through the jungle. And it takes up the laning resources as well from your core heroes.
Yep, absolutely. And now we see, I mean, Enchantress and the Coddle is pretty much finishing up the second ban rotation, but more interesting is the pick. We see a Wraith King, and as the draft at the moment looks like for Serious pick, this is a Wraith King in the carry role. I prefer him actually in the support role. I know I'm pretty weird with this opinion, but yeah, Wraith King usually, yeah, is my favorite is in a support role, like because he brings a lot of nice support tools, can just work as a support. The only thing he has to get is like level 6, and then you just still put him in the front lines. He's stunning in and out, rushing a dagger sooner or later with the roaming potential he has. We saw that already many times. As a carry, well, I like him just as well because he brings the same qualities to the draft, but I don't know. I mean, in the end, he's also a hero that's easy kiteable. That's the biggest problem. So in a carry role, he's mostly forced into BKB, etc. So, but he's fine in both roles, and I like that he's getting popular more and more. So yeah, I'm a big Wraith King fan. But
Well,
fourth picks are now out: Bane and Disruptor.
wow, this is quite intense. Disruptor, it's a direct counter to Bane. It feels like zero impact. They've been drafting according to House of Gamers. You have the Nyx Assassin as a counter to Batrider. You have a Wraith King that counters the Centaur Warrior as well as Batrider and Bane. In the sense that if they try to burst you down, they can only do it in the first initial round. And then you're gonna come back with a second life and you still be ready to fight. And those OTs will be on cooldown.
Yep.
And Bane Elemental, I mean, Disruptor just has so many ways of dealing with him. He can instantly glimpse, and even if Bane Elemental is standing on the same spot, just casting that Fiend's Grip, it will still get cancelled. And just being able to drop the Static Storm, that does the same thing as well, unless Bane Elemental has a BKB.
Yep.
But with their lineup, it's House of Gamers, they have extremely high single target burst. And Dazzle provides that additional minus armor. I love what House of Gamers is thinking. Because they're playing the Dire team, just having that option to take a fast Roshan, it forces a lot of reaction coming out of Zero Respect. And TA, once again, if it's played as mid, is a great counter to the Invoker. So that brings the question, if the Templar is going to be at mid instead of the Batrider, are we going to look at a Centaur carry?
Yeah, this is Centaur carry in a tri-lane with a Batrider off-lane, Templar Assassin mid. That would be like the super traditional one, but I don't know, like I wanted to add something. You were absolutely right with the Bane, and remember the game yesterday? We had a similar situation where I was like, oh my god, in the draft, this Bane is not gonna be happy, and he was actually not happy in that game. He didn't get anything off. Everything is gonna be cancelled immediately. There's so many stuns coming his way, there's silences coming his way, even the Klims works as an interrupt there. I just don't see this happening in big team fights. And also with the Templar Assassin, I just don't like it, because if we have an Exort Invoker, he's eating through refractions easily. We have a Disruptor eating through refractions easily. The same for the Wraith King, Wraithfire Blast. The Nyx Assassin provides, at least alone with his opening, like 2 or 3 minus refraction charges. And I don't know, it's putting everything on a Templar Assassin. for me, always a bit too risky. But House of Gamers, I think they want to go like pretty aggressive early on, especially as soon as the daggers are coming out and want to secure themselves their advantage. But now, let's stop talking about all of this because now it actually gets exciting. Look at the Lina. Yeehaw.
I think I know where it's going there. They're expecting House of Gamers to go for an aggressive trial lane. You have the Bane Sleep into the Centaur stun, into the Dazzle's follow-up, but with the Lina, which provides an AoE stun, and the ultra long-range harassment. Lina's attack range is ridiculous. It's only second to Sniper, I believe, right now. Before Tikis gets introduced, Lina will have the second longest attack range in the game. But House of Gamers, there is an innate problem to their lineup. They're banking everything on the Templar Assassin, and which means they're only playing for the early and mid game. And if this is what you're gonna do, you gotta be able to take towers. And looking at it, House of Gamers, they're not good at clearing creep waves, and it seems like, really, if this goes late, they're gonna run into a lot of trouble.
Yep, this actually means a lot of trouble. And oops, there was my webcam still on from yesterday because I actually did here on this, like for ages I actually had time, besides managing Heflatv and casting myself, I had actually time to play the game. So I was streaming, my webcam was on, so yeah, everybody just saw my pretty face right now. Well, it's not so pretty, but I pretend it is. Anyway, we go for a fast team introduction here. We have Malem here on the center, Nota playing the Bane, followed here by Ki, and Psychorsai is on the Templar Assassin, and of course the last one is Maglev here on the Batrider, but Maglev Gang Train, it's just Maglev originally, but yeah, it should be Maglev.
Okay, so on the Radiant side, we have Cryo J playing as the support disruptor. Joral gonna be playing as the carry Wraith King, and fucking Mad gonna be the support Lina. And mid, we're gonna have stand-in
No,
a
it's not a
Manic
stand-in.
Small.
I have to actually find out who that is. Wait, I have the zero respect setup somewhere. But yeah, let's mention the last one, Paris here. He is definitely a normal setup, and now for some reason my browser is not loading it in. But the official zero respect lineup, I should know this because I casted them already and started it. But here we already have the first little brawl, Ki versus Paris. It's about the rune, but like all was in vain because the rune actually spawning here in the bottom rune, in the bottom region, and now we actually have it. Zero respect. That's shot. Crows, Cryo, Joral, Fantino. This is the old setup. This is not updated yet. Oh well. So I have no idea who is on the invoke. I have to admit that.
Ah, okay. I am surprised though. The Batrider went all the way mid just to plan that Observer Ward for the Templar Assassin, where I feel like Batrider, he's the one that needs to be able to use the Observer Ward, and he's just gonna have a hard time in this lane. And
Yep.
surprisingly enough, the House of Gamers, they're not going aggressive trial lane, so they're just gonna farm up the Centaur. They're looking towards that fast blink. It has to be.
Yep, absolutely. And now the sound is also on. It just popped in my mind from yesterday. Before some viewers like, oh, I'm watching it on Dota TV, but I don't hear you guys. Now you actually hear us, and everything should be fine. So let's see, the creep waves are meeting. We're actually right with our predictions. The only thing that actually changed a bit is that Ki is going forth and back at the moment for the purpose of warding, maybe even stacking, but at the moment, no, we don't see anything stacked. And Paris, he's the one who actually has to care, because we have the Nightmare into the Hoof Stomp, and then the Dazzle Slow, and even with Spike Carapace, it should be enough. Here in the mid-core side, we see the typical Cold Snap harass coming out, and yeah, he's actually having quite a problem now, but with the bottle coming in, that should be pretty soon solved at least. At least he can keep himself on the lane.
I am somewhat surprised though, because as soon as you see the initial lane setup, Invoker at mid, he would notice, hey, this Temple Assassin wants to do a bottle rush, and that is the best thing you can possibly hope for if you're fucking mad playing as a Lina. That is an easy courier snipe. You have such a freaking long range. 2 right
Yeah.
clicks is not gonna be a problem.
Absolutely, but unfortunately, so far we didn't see even any attempt coming out there. But we've seen it actually in the past couple games. But here now, I think they want to go on Paris, but Paris is saying like, no guys. Oh, actually no, there is the Spike Carapace, and now he got a problem. He just got enough mana for the Hoof Stomp, and they don't They don't even hesitate. This is an easy first blood. That's by Carapace. He should have waited with it. But yeah, and in the end here also Batrider super in trouble, but the last tick of Thunderstrike is over. That means, does he actually get away? The Firefly is still long enough, but look at this Cryo. Wants to follow him, but this is also dangerous now. Fucking Matt was fishing, but he was on the wrong side. He actually went left, and he did his Flame Strike there on the right side. And actually, oh, it's actually Lightning Strike array. I'm so bad at this. And now we have Batrider suiciding actually to the neutrals just to get a fast ticket back home.
Well, I am... Well, like, I didn't expect Cryo to run through the entire Flame Break. Oh, not Flame Break. Firefly. I have a hard time with Batrider. It's my least favorite hero in the game. Because
Really?
I'm a really big SF player, and I quit Dota when Batrider made it into the competitive scene because it just wrecked SF so freaking hard. You gotta remember, this Batrider right now in this patch, it's already been nerfed so many freaking times. I can't even say it, you know? Like, every patch, like, it just makes me want to play Dota more because I see this hero's nerfed.
Yeah.
But until Warden comes out, I'm gonna quit Dota again. A temporary break. That hero is broken.
Don't be so emo. I mean, I know the hero is pretty strong, but I mean, he's not as strong as he was in 2013. In 2013 he was like 100% first pick material all the time, and here in 6.8 actually we had like a huge decline for him. And let's see, well, Batrider Flame Strike Array was fishing, but the double damage rune is going to fucking mad. That's definitely of course helping him to harass the Batrider out there. Batrider anyway not too happy. He's trying to get something in the jungle, but in the end he's pretty much just giving the supports here the opportunity to farm those low neutrals pretty much in the jungle, so it's not really working out for him. Also looking at the CS, he has one CS so far and just one deny. With the creep wave now reaching the tower, sure, that's a chance, but it's definitely not looking good for him. And now here in the mid it gets actually interesting. There's a sentry ward just in case. Unfortunately it's not picking up that observer ward here. Look at it guys, there's like a centimeter missing, and yeah, sorry for using metric system, so if you're American there's like an inch missing. But now we have actually a Rave Fire Blast here on the Batrider, but the Flame Strike Array actually missing, and now, wow, the I was about the Batrider is almost going down with that last hit, and also the Rave King being super low. But we have another go here on Paris. Look at him, he is slowed, but the problem is that enough? The center runner is. Now there's the nightmare. They have the perfect setup. There's the stun. Spike Carapace would be available, but he doesn't even get it out in time. Big problem for Paris.
As we're talking about the Batrider, he did get nerfed after so many patches, but people are just implementing new ways of playing him constantly. Now that Batrider is just such a nuisance, people start thinking about, hey, okay, supports are going to do pull-throughs, and when they do, Batrider can just easily Firefly across the entire general vicinity and just poach so much XP, even get like the entire creep wave as well as the neutral camps. But I am surprised though, House of God, oh my god, House of God.
House of
How
God.
epic is that?
In
House
other words,
of
a
Gamers.
church.
Yeah, the House of Gamers. I am surprised, there are no stacks so far for the Batrider. And it's 6 minutes in. This should be the timing for him to be able to catch up.
Look at it, there's a glimpse directly in the Flame Strike Array, but is this enough damage? There is another right click coming out by fucking Matt, but oh my god, 4 HP, is that true? But at the same time, we have Paris going down with a similar combination as we already saw it before, and Batrider again suiciding here to the Ancients just to get a fast ticket home. It's like all the time, all the action is between the off lanes. Maybe we see now a rotation here by fucking Matt into the mid. The Invoker just needs a proper cold snap out, I guess, to make it happen. They have a sentry ward against the meld. That would work out. But the problem is, or the problem I have at the moment is, like all those kills for zero respect, they're denies by the Batrider. Like they actually didn't kill a single hero yet. It's just Batrider suiciding to neutrals all the time. And if you compare the off lanes, Paris going down now twice already, or is it actually 3 times?
Three times.
Yeah, 3 times already. And the Batrider made it out with 45 HP and now with 4 HP. Like, he's a lucky bastard, I have to say that. Or maybe he's super skilled. It always depends on which side you are of the game. The fact is, he's getting out and Paris is not, and this makes the huge difference now in this game. So guys, you see 2 and 3, but it's not true. Actually, this is a 3-0 with Batrider, just being lazy. But now here in the mid, we actually have a go on side core side, but Everything is pretty much missing. The cold snap, I don't know where the cold snap went, and now Side Corsair is going super aggressive, but he knows his refractions are pretty much soon ready, but it's not enough. Pretty far from back and fucking mad. They're losing so much HP just by one melt hit.
Wow, it's a very balanced lane mid. But the way Batrider is playing, he's doing a good job. But if you look at the level difference between the offlaners, he's one level behind Paris. And this is a huge problem for him because we're expecting to see a Batrider. The efficiency, the beauty of Batrider is he can catch up as well as like no matter how hard the offlane is.
There it goes. The dagger is already up. Oh my god,
Oh
look
my
at
goodness.
this. This level 4 double edge is pretty much enough. It takes away about 95% of his HP. Now a tornado is fishing for something. EMP is coming right after. This won't even hit anyone, so Invoker's rotation here will just cost a couple of HP, and they're absolutely happy. But Jesus Christ, did you see that double edge? I was like, oh, maybe he gets Spike Carapace out under the tower, then there comes the rotation, but no, the double edge just raising through his HP pool.
Yeah, I mean, we did a calculation. Me and my friend, we did this calculation before. A Centaur War Runner with this full combo. Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's a Fiend script here on the Invoker. Poor guy, there's nothing they can do. Bane is getting the kill. Fucking mad was there, but like he decided to rather go back because even with Flame Strike Array coming out, that Invoker would have been dead now. Nota actually, diving a bit too deep. He only has mana for a Nightmare. That would be too risky. But Key maybe coming from the side. No, he decides to go back, rotate. Well, he has, yep, he has the Shadow Wave to heal those two fellows up there. But what you said about the Batrider and everything, to be honest, it's not too interesting at the moment how much CS and everything he gets, because the fact remains that he's not feeding while Paris is feeding. This is the big difference at the moment between like the offlaners. He died like 3 times, 4 times actually now, and the Batrider alwaysly like a miracle, always surviving. I mean, the only sacrifice you have for this is not having any crazy CS.
Yeah, and you look at the Bane Elemental, already level 7.5. And we're not even 10 minutes into the game, so...
Oh, there's now a nice combination as well as a kinetic field. Oh, this is a lot of damage. Key is losing pretty much his entire HP, keeping himself alive a bit with the Shallow Crave, but it doesn't matter. Invoker is getting there the last hit. The question is now, do they go for more? Nota, oh, they don't even need the rest of the team. This time Paris is getting his revenge. This is also a killing spree going his way. This is the perfect revenge for him. So in the end, it's now 5-5. And Invoker actually rotating back in the mid here, doing some harass on Korosai. But Korosai, oh, he was thinking about going back. He has like a full bottle, but still, it would not be enough for a solo Invoker, I guess.
Yeah, House of Gamers, they're just not abusing their abilities enough, I have to say. Like, if you look at Centaur, by himself, when he's level 7, he can kill anyone that's around 700 HP mark. It's just that easy. 3 right clicks and
oh, look in the mid, and there we have a Fiend script on the Invoker, and I don't even need to say anything. There's a double damage run on the TA. Easy kill, but at the same time, top. There's a kinetic field, Sunstrike Array hitting, as well as the right fire applies. Now, actually, there's a Shallow Crave coming out on the center Warrunner, and another stun. The damage over time should kill him. The Klims may just the whole thing 101% pretty much kill.
Wow, I mean, Disruptor, this hero, you just can't run away from him.
Nope.
It's too freaking hard. Sometimes
run
it's
from
disheartening.
Usually it's heaven, but yeah, you can run from Klims. We saw in the meantime here, Korosai actually got the tier 1 tower in the mid, so that's a nice start for him. I mean, he has already the Midas rolling, and now on top of that, of course, the tower last hit, plus the 2 kills on the Invoker. That's pretty nice for him. He has like all those items you can see at the moment on your screen, guys, plus 1,600 gold, which is gonna be, I don't know, the question is, you think dagger, maybe on the TA?
On TA,
I mean,
well,
it's not that popular
quickest
anymore.
movie.
Like back then, the TA was like, oh yeah, instant dagger and everything. But now, I mean, they have Batrider, they have the Center Warrunner. I don't know if Korosai needs like a 3rd dagger in the team. That's the problem. Is if everybody goes like dagger, then you kind of miss a bit right click. Then again, the Center Warrunner is nicely leveled. The Batrider now, we have to look how 1,700 gold. So like one little tour through the jungle would also mean a dagger for him. The Center Warrunner already got his dagger. So I don't know if they want to make it free or if the TA says like, hey, with these 2 initiations, we don't need more. I focus on the right click. So the next thing for him, maybe already a Desolator. Actually, wait, he bought something. What's coming out there? He just lost 700 or 800 gold.
Face boots. He
Oh,
got face
he finished
boots.
his face boots. Yeah, I guess that's
Ah.
a good decision. But now,
After
oh,
thinking about
look
it,
at this.
ooh.
Paris, they have no sentry wards whatsoever. Paris is already waiting, and there comes the impale directly on Nota, and with the initiation of the Wraith King, no chance whatsoever. Now the Tornado actually fishing, hitting the center runner, and Corsair is getting glimpsed back, and that poor guy, after the reflections were down, he's getting Lina's full strength. This funny ability, that's why I love him so much in pubs. Laguna played 600 damage his way. Poor guy, poor guy.
Yeah, and TA, in this game, it's not a game where he should be getting the Blink Dagger. He is the first position, and if you're the first position carry, they need the right clicks coming out of him. But right now, just from that glimpse alone, I have to say he needs a BKB. Otherwise, the same thing is just going to happen over and over again.
Yep.
Zero respect, they're very reliant on the magical portion of the damage right now. And if he has a BKB, he can live through all these problems. Oh.
Did you just see that little date in the jungle? Yep. They were like, oh, hello, see ya. They were just saying hello for a short minute there, or for a short second rather, and then they're going back. But Paris is like, okay, I can stay around the tower. The question is now Center Warner. He could even plink over those trees into the next assassin, at least come in range, and then, well, let's see. I mean, they have as a support key there. Also, Mr. Maglev is waiting for it now with the Blink Dagger. It should be theoretically enough, but no, they decide not to go for it.
Oh dear.
Instead, Paris.
Key.
Paris, Key, what you doing? Oh my god, he got abandoned by his team. Like, both Center Warren and the Bedrider decide to rather farm the jungle, and they leave Key on the lane. I guess in hope that he gets some experience and maybe some farm, but instead he just died and lost all of it.
These are some really weird wards coming out of House of Gamers. They have the Observer Ward here, Sentry here. Sure, they're going for the D ward, but you know Nyx Assassin, usually he's going to be TPing the towers and then coming at you from there. So I'm really surprised there isn't an Observer Ward and Sentry down here, and as well as at bottom. Like, just now you saw Templar Assassin moved in, trying to go for kills, but he didn't plant any sentries, and the Nyx Assassin just picked up the Bane Elemental so freaking easily. And this is an extremely fat Bane at the beginning of the game, with 3 kills, 0 death at that point.
Yep.
And just not having sentries is a really bad excuse, I would say. Like, you're playing against Nyx, and right now Nyx is making the plays. You gotta be ready for it.
Yep, it's funny how he's striking back, because he was the one I called pretty much a feeder, which is kind of legit after a 0-3, but then again you're in the offline. I mean, pretty much the goal of an offline is to stay there, get XP, CS if possible, and the first rule of an offline is do not die. And I already compared the Batrider and the Nyx Assassin there, and Batrider was just successful. There was a lot of luck involved, of course, I already said that, but the fact is now, he got some nice kills. He also got a tower last hit, as well as the killing sprees of his Slayers, pretty much, who made that hard time in the offline. And now we're looking at a Nyx Assassin actually making the plays exactly because of the reason you just said. There's no nice sentries for those entries into the lanes or jungles, so they have no idea. And Key was the one who actually, had to learn it the hard way, that a sentry there would have been amazing.
Well, here's something interesting. You look at Batrider, how often do you see a Batrider 15 minutes in having 0 kills as well as 0 assists?
Yeah, it's, I don't know. I mean, that's the downside. Exactly what I said. I mean, he survived entire everything. I mean, his 2 deaths, they were to neutrals, and those were just like, hey, I gotta go fast back to base. So yeah, I already mentioned that multiple times, but I don't know. I mean, now with the Blink Dagger, he's just not showing any initiative. Even now, he's in the jungle. Let's see. At some point he has to start. I mean, we are 15 minutes into the game. He is pretty slow in farm due to everything we already mentioned, and I don't know. Let's see. Because if he's too slow with everything he does at the moment, then Nyx Assassin will pretty much overtake him. Because so far they use every single cooldown they have on a Nyx Assassin. The next Vendetta is ready in exactly 1 second, and this might already be like enough, for example, for the Center Warner with a rotation in.
Oh man, just now the Centaur was farming at top, and he was using the dropping Tranquil Boots farming technique, where you drop the Tranquils, you
Yeah.
get your last hits, use a double edge, pick it up,
Oh,
regen
there we have a
instantly.
lasso initiation on Paris here, and there comes the Hoofstorm after actually the double edge, and yeah, the Shadow Wave finished the entire thing. He was surrounded by like 2 creeps and 2 heroes. That's like quadruple the base damage of the Shadow Wave, and yeah, that's a lot to finish him
Yeah,
off.
with maximum units with the maximum level of Shadow Wave, it does roughly, I think, 650 damage per heal.
Yep.
So it's definitely a lot to look at. But I want to go back to saying, Centaur, at that point he was dropping his Tranquil Boots. Just imagine how funny it would have been if Nyx Assassin came in, instead of making a jump on the Centaur, picks up the Tranquil Boots,
Oh,
walks
we
away.
have that, by the way. If you go on like on Heflatv on YouTube, we have like a massive fails and plays playlist, and there you actually can see something like that twice, I think, where those Tranquil Boots.
Bottom.
Oh, we have bottom. Yeah, but I just was there for the Laguna plate. That was stun. Yeah, the Ray Fire Blast came out. Laguna plate, finishing it off. That was too fast. But back to the playlist, and there you can actually see 2 Tranquil Boot steals. And after that I actually casted a couple more, so it's really dangerous, to be honest. But now we have an initiation here, but there's instant glimpse back, and even if he got the Hoofstorm through, he would have stunned himself there. Spike Carapace this time, nice reaction. And here we see 3 people of 0 respect. They have 0 respect of that tier 2 tower, and yeah, they will definitely do quite some nice damage there, and they have to force House of Gamers to something. But now Korosai is farming here in the jungle, and Paris is actually scouting it out, but there's no one near to actually do something, and the Vendetta is running out. Look at this, Vendetta running out now. Now he's actually stunning the neutrals. Korosai is like, thank you, and there we go. Lasso initiation and melted. Now he will maybe buy some time with the Carapace, but no, it's the Flame Break was enough.
Yeah, surprisingly, I just feel like House of Gamers, they're lacking sentries all over the map. You have Invoker, who can abuse the Ghost Walk if needed. And then you have the Nyx Assassin. That's 2 invisible heroes.
Oh, look at this. There's a tornado, kinetic field, and static storm. This is absolutely overkill on the center warner, but Ki is in range for exactly what he gets now there. And this should be enough. But with the Klims, no. Wonderful play there. Now, actually, do we have another initiation? But yeah, the stick actually saving his life there, because there would have maybe been a last hit by the Invoker or someone who gets in range, or maybe the second Thunderstrike after the Klims, but yeah, the stick giving him so much HP. This must have been like 15 charges.
Wow. One of these days, like just now when the engagement was happening at top, and Lina was just farming away at mid. And one of these days, I just have to see a Lina carry. I think I've seen it maybe once or twice, but not successfully. What they tend to do is leave the Light Strike array at level 1 and max Dragon Slave as well as Fury Soul. And what you do is you just capitalize on Fury Souls being so
Look
so
at this
darn
top, by the
good.
way. Look at this top. Here we're gonna see a big bang. Absolutely big bang. They are hiding for initiation, but what they don't know is there are 5 of 0 respect, and now this is absolutely flipping me. Fucking Mad is getting the Fiend's Grip, but instantly interrupted by the... Oh my god, I don't even want to cast this. What a disaster. Nota also going down with the Lacuna Blade right after. That's already dying before. Now actually, the Lina is going down, and they try even more. There is a Flame Break, a lot of flames on the crown, and now the Center Warner actually getting the first kill on the Rev King, but Rev King is back and they're still standing around in the Static Storm, which means they don't get anything. And now we actually have a Klims on the Batrider. He's getting stunned up, and now let's see, actually maybe the Rave King, well, with a melt hit, but there's no, the Impale actually missing, and now they have a problem. Of course the Tornado is buying a bit time, but there should be so much slow. There's not just the slow by the Psionic Traps, there's also the Sticky Napalm, but now, oh my god, the Rave King just going in and stunning him, but now he has to care. Melted, if there's a melted, he actually might die. Yes, no, it's not enough. Nice use of his stick, but one more hit, but the, oh god, fucking Mad was there just in time to stun him up, and now he's actually the one who's being hunted, and now in the kinetic field, the second stun, there's the Shallow Crave, and now, yeah, Rave King is going for Ki, and Korosai is running. Who's dying first? That's the question. Yeah, it is the poor Dazzle who's going to die, and the TAs following right after. This was very unfortunate. Super nice kiting by Zero Respect.
Wow, that was an extremely prolonged fight. Well, so much has happened, and I think at the end of the day, 4 of House of Gamers, or even 5, did the Centaur die? Yeah, they all died in
Yeah,
that team
that
fight.
was an entire team wipe. Like, it was so
Wow.
prolonged, and I actually thought like the TA is gonna clean up everything, but you saw it. Like, everybody just got away with super low HP, and then the timing. Like, before the last hit, he used the stick. Oh my god, we have another go here with the lasso on the Wraith King. His cooldown, yep, and the Brains Up is finishing off, and directly after, Paris, aka HoG, is getting the Fiend script, so at least they get 2 back now, but it doesn't matter because damage. Oh my voice. Damage is done.
Well, House of Gamers, as the game progresses, they're entering the danger zone.
Yep.
The Templar, with only 2 kills, 2 deaths, finally completes the BKB. I was worried without the BKB they couldn't do anything, but now they can go for a quick Roche and start playing more aggressively. But with 21 minutes in, they've only gotten a tier 1 tower. This is not a good news for them.
Yep.
They need to be able to take down the towers faster, but I still don't see how they're gonna break high ground.
To
They're
be
just
honest,
way too me.
yeah. To be honest, this TA and the BKB now, I think it's game changing. It's really game changing because imagine this BKB in the last fight. That means no stun, no ray fire plus with the second stun, etc., etc. You could have just follow up. Also, the tornado would not have bothered him pretty much. Like this BKB in the last fight, and we would have seen an absolutely different outcome. Unfortunately, he didn't have it. So let's see how the next fight progresses. I mean, if they manage to focus down the TA before he gets proper time of his BKB up, maybe then. But now, let's see how this goes. There are 5 in mid for zero respect. They want it, but Korzai is pretty much baiting here. Now Paris coming in. The Empire actually hits. Oh my god, there is the EMP, Static Storm, Connect the Feed. Everything is coming out, and now, oh my god, the Batrider actually going down. But nice triple stun here, but the problem is the Wraith King is now firing through. Everybody's slow since he's going down. Paris is going down by the TA, also with a haste rune. So there will be like a revenge try now. He used already his BKB, which means he's now getting stunned by the Ray Fire Plus. But they have the opportunity to slow him with the next Bionic Trap. Yeah, there it comes. But yeah, they cancel this dive actually. And the Wraith King, maybe he wants more. I don't think that's a good idea, to be honest. That would be a 2 versus 3. And no, he decides to not go in there, but in the end it's like a 3 for 2 trade. Oh, this is just EMP harassing a cold snap on Korzai. But it's for a TA it's pretty painful standing there with 0 mana.
Wow, just now at mid, when they were chasing the Invoker, the Templar, he set off the wrong trap. And that could have easily meant the death of the Invoker, but setting off the trap that he just planted,
Yeah.
instead of the fully charged one, made a huge difference right there. So it's very unfortunate for House of Gamers.
Oh, and I think they want to go on Paris here, HoG. I mean, they have the lasso initiation. He just needs to find a nice angle before he uses the Vendetta. And actually, he does it. So there comes the stun, and I don't even need to say anything. There is so much damage potential. Like, this was super overkill. They didn't even need that Central Warrunner. Alone core size damage should have been enough with melt and right clicks plus Firefly. And now I think they're gonna go for the tier 1 tower, but Nota is getting probably called out. Fucking mad. Oh, nice 4 stuff in. Laguna played at the same time, and now they're just right-clicking him. A defensive Nightmare is coming out, but the Tornado should definitely finish him. Yeah, before he even lands back on the ground, he is just getting killed in the air. But the tier 1 tower went down, and now they go for a tier 2. Batrider is bashing forward and just killing this creep wave. And now that means 0 respect. They have to rotate back, and it is only the Invoker at the moment answering to this aggression here. On the other side, the tier 2 tower, well, there is a cliff still available. The question now, who's faster with this? The EMP is not gonna hit on anything, and now both towers similar HP. Actually, the Dire one is going down, but the Radiant one is gonna follow, and now Paris is the one with the Vendetta, and he actually might find a nice opening here on the Center Warrunner. The problem is there's just too many heroes, especially with Key still being there in the range. Shallow
Oh,
Crave.
Korea!
What is supposed to
huge
Korea doing
mismicro.
there?
Okay, so what happened just now is after the tower trades, 0 respect, they had to go back to defend because the Desolator was coming towards Templar Assassin. They couldn't have seen it, but they were ready to defend the high ground. But as Templar drops, like, I think it was a magic stick or a magic wand, I'm not too sure, and to pick up the Desolator, he just left the courier there without sending it back.
Yeah,
So
that was big micro misplay, I guess.
yeah, as a mid player, you should be very accustomed to swapping your items on the courier, sending it back, because TA and a lot of mid heroes, you do need a bottle crow from time to time. And well, with the Desolator picked up for Temple Assassin, I mean, after the last few fights and tower trades, it feels like things are actually looking pretty good for House of Gamers. But they do need to keep up the momentum. They're behind in terms of kills, but I believe they should be quite far ahead. And if we open a gold graph, wow, we're
Yep.
looking at almost 7,500 gold advantage, and they were close to having 7,500 XP advantage as well. So far, they are doing a good job. They are finding the high value kills.
Yep. I actually wasn't expecting that, by the way. Like, I was pretty sure if I opened this graph menu, I'm gonna see a zero line, pretty much a flat line between both of them, or even Zero Respect having a slight advantage. But funny but true. I mean, House of Gamers actually securing like 5k on each graph, tending to more. But let's see how this goes. I mean, Zero Respect, he has everything, but this game is everything but over. They have all the chances in the world, but now actually there's the impact and the EMP on the Bat Rider, so he will definitely not be able to make any initiation. And oh, that hoof stomp, nice blink dagger usage with a double tap. Paris is actually getting out, so in the end this is just a nice standoff. Bat Rider is the one left with pretty much no HP and no mana after the EMP. Like, by the way, I forgot to ask you that, like, what do you say that this Invoker is not Exort? Like Quaswex here, do you think it was a better choice? I mean, so far it
Well,
works out quite well.
he did get a lot of he made a lot of impact for his team, that's for sure. But unlike a Quas Exort, you can't pressure towers, and you always have to be moving around to make things happen. And I think in this game Quaswex is just fine because they do have extremely high bursts.
Yep.
Just looking at the lineup, so it's a justifiable option. I have to say, nothing wrong with it. It's just
It's
it's
just
still
like I was just asking because my prediction in the draft was wrong. I predicted this is gonna be Exort Invoker because I just saw like, yeah, TA Invoker in the mid, then we're gonna see Fort Spirit / Cold Snap Harass on the TA to get through the refractions, and then the TA can't really do anything. Plus on the other lanes we had we have Glimpse, we have Ray Fire Blast, we have even more setup there with Impale and the Light Strike Array, which means like there's 4 possible stuns, each of them a nice setup for Sunstrikes. So I actually thought he has more global presence just by staying in mid, farming and putting Sunstrikes on other lanes, but yep, we never saw that happening. This is why I actually said it in the draft that I expect this Invoker to be pretty much the Exort one. But now look at this here. Mr. Par, sneaky Nyx Assassin. He's really, really sneaky. The problem is there is a sentry ward, so as soon as he's going back this way, he will be seen. Now he's actually going behind the towers. I think he was like, yeah, he was smelling that bait. Even though this is an old sentry, this is not a sentry put for the Nyx Assassin, or against the Nyx Assassin rather. Now, oh, we have a nice go here. Batrider, easy go for them. Even say the Stampede helping from the Center Warrior. So Korsai Batrider combination getting at Paris. Being visible now, but he... Okay, you're safe in the trees. Listen to Hi. And now he's just hiding here. On the other side we have Wraith King. Maybe he's also getting caught out. He's kind of sandwiched in now between. If they would rotate into the jungle.
wow, but instead they decide. Oh, okay. Is it happening? Templar
know.
Assassin.
TA, well, it's a
Oh,
dangerous
Didiru.
position, but nope, there's not a glimpse coming out. Also, the Wraith King going back, but the problem is the sentry ward. Like, look at this. He's just walking over that sentry ward. In the second, it pretty much died. So it's too bad. Otherwise, they would have seen like Nyx Assassin is looking for it. And again, we have this. What we already said earlier. House of Gamers, they kind of slack with their sentry wards now. So they have no idea what Nyx Assassin is doing. I mean, he's only like in brackets pretty much only level 13. As soon as he's level 16 and there's no sentry wards, no gem whatsoever, he can just, I don't know, go for the entire map, just scout out everything and then just see if he finds someone alone.
To be quite frank, a gem should already be on the Centaur.
Yeah.
He's
for sure.
extremely tanky with 2.1k HP, 17 armor, and he has Return and Blade Mail. People don't want to hit him, that's for sure.
I think they want to go for something here. They blinked already on the Wraith King. That would be a Psionic Trap, which could be used to slow him. But the problem is he has a Blink Dagger, so you need a fast initiation. The problem is with the Blink Dagger Hoof Stomp initiation, it might not be fast enough because he can do with the fast reaction pretty much the same And now he's like really baiting. Like they don't know what's going on behind the Wraith King. They have no idea is their entire team or not. Now they actually show two of them. No, actually they show only one of them here in the bottom lane. So they know, okay, at least 2 or 3 could be behind the Wraith King. So in the end, he's going back to mid. Oh no, we have a Stampede. But for what is that Stampede? For what is that Stampede?
I have no idea at all.
That was
It seems like a complete waste.
Fat Finger Stampede. But we have a rotation here. There's a Hax already on core side. And now, let's see, more rotations. There's a glimpse back, which is of course pretty nasty. EMP, everything is gonna hit, but Invoker is just gonna melt. And the problem is now, yeah, Disruptor is gonna find himself after, of course, Kinetic Field and Static Storm. It's gonna do a bit damage, but in the end, not nearly enough to even be harass worthy. And look at the Wraith King. What did he do? Did he accidentally blink in there? No, actually he was hiding there. He was actually walking in there. It's like this little pocket in the trees you can go. But yeah, maybe he wants to go on the Batrider alone, but this might be actually dangerous. I mean, Firefly would be ready in like 9 seconds.
Wow, so everyone is extremely fond on the side of House of Gamers. Even Bane Elemental has Necrobooks 3, so he's not going to be relying on his
Oh, did you just
ultimate
see
as
that
much.
Hoofstomp? That wasn't near anything. Like he just, I don't know, maybe that was just some like gorilla behavior, like I don't know, just pumping on your breast, like saying like, "Hey, I'm the king of the jungle. Just beware when I come." The next time it hits.
It's somewhat mind-boggling, but now the Roach is up again, and it seems like it's going down. It just came up, and we're about to say goodbye to Roshan once again. This is the second Roach of the game, so there's no cheese just yet. But
Nope. But look at the minus
House of
armor.
Gamers.
Minus 16 with Medallion.
Oh.
That poor Roshan. He has less armor than a Wisp. So, Jesus.
but it feels like you're looking at the Invoker. He picked up a very game-changing item, the Sheepstick, but so far to no avail. He instantly got popped in that fight, and it feels
Yeah.
like right now they just don't have the right-click damage. They don't have the physical portion that they need, and every time Templar Assassin turns on that BKB, zero respect. They have to run for their lives essentially.
Yep. Oh, and now the Batrider actually, he knows that Invoker is somewhere around. He just got the Ghost Walk debuff, and that means now we see House of Gamers. Actually, 4 of them are in mid, but Dyer's Courier died again. Who killed it? Oh my god, Paris
Paris.
again. Second Courier kill. You sneaky little assassin. I wanted to say something else, but oh well. No, it's the second Courier kill he actually gets, so it's pretty nice. Every time with Vendetta, he was just at the right time, at the right position.
Man, Nyx Assassin, the courier sniper.
Yeah, I mean, it's that's the nice thing about Nyx Assassin, because like even when Vendetta won, you will always get a one-shot courier kill. So you have to be just at the right time, right decision, etc. So easy for him. And the fact is, or the funny fact is, that with this courier snipe, part of like House of Gamers, they were just, I don't know, sort of shocked or something. But oh, there's a Hax actually at the same time. Oh, Light Strike Array. I think this Laguna Blade was a bit early, but now he's using the BKB. New refraction charges up. He's slowing all 3 of them. It's not fast enough reaction, but at the same time, Georgka, you're so dead. He's so dead. The right clicks are coming out, and now in the mid, do they actually go for more? Yeah, there is a glimpse back on the center, but he managed to get the stun on the Invoker. But Invoker already in his Ghost Walk and just running away. So in the end, this was a 1-for-0 trade, right? Yeah, that was 1-for-0. But still, it's better for House of Gamers because they can capitalize on it now. Without the Impale, etc., this tower is just melting away, especially with the Desolator helping there.
Wow, yeah, and with the traps, as well as having the gem on the Batrider, they're just gonna have full map control. Zero respect, the only other option is to play as a 5-man Dota, but they have to now, because House of Gamers, they're going to the high
look,
ground.
there's a Hax on the Batrider now. He's coming
Oh my
out
God,
of it.
that's
He's
sick.
using his BKB. Batrider already got the kill of fucking mad just by residual Firefly damage, but he got the lasso and he pretty much disrupted, just melted there. The Rex is also going down, and the Bane is already answering to the aggression of the Wraith King in the top lane. So they have all the time in the world just to finish off even the range strikes. I mean, it's a low priority target and you really just stay there if you know you can. But now Paris actually is the one maybe trying to get something in return, that this all wasn't in vain, but he's not gonna find anything. Everything he's gonna find is super farm. I mean, look at this Coruscant. His damage is just crazy. Plus he has the BKB ready, and also you can't go for that Centaur Warrunner. Not alone. You need 2 or 3 people for him. 3k plus a plate mail. So I don't know. You just don't eat through his HP pool. And like for a certain time, you also have to stop unless you want to kill yourself in a plate mail.
Do you know what this Centaur needs right now? That would escalate his damage output by a significant amount, and somewhat unconventional. Getting a Manta style, because the return damage is
there's a
full
go
return.
on the Rev King in the mid. Like he actually tried to get that tower, but Lesu is the answer. Now he's actually doing the stun on Ki, but unless he gets a super nice crit, he's actually getting it. So the first time he goes down, so far it's pretty much a 1-1 trade, 1 for his ultimate, but now the Fiend Script is coming up and a tornado was not interrupting it, but the Sheepstick is actually doing it. Problem is, Rev King is down, and now that poor Invoker, he is in the Ghost Walk, but they don't care who got the vision. Who got the vision? Batrider probably. Yes.
Yeah.
There was the gem.
He's had the gem for quite a while now, and just interesting fact to point out: Manta style on Centaur Warrunner, it returns the full amount of damage as the hero itself.
Yeah.
So it's ridiculous when you have 2 Centaur illusions as well as a Centaur with 3k HP charging in, turning on that blade mail. It's much worse than having to deal with a Wraith King.
Yep.
So
I don't
far.
see what's killing him. That's the problem. I just don't see anything that's killing him. And if he does all the timing right, he's standing there in the front line, maybe even getting a Lacuna Blade into the blade mail. Lina was pretty much fucking mad, will be really fucking mad if he does that, because he's almost killing himself there with... What level is that Lacuna Blade now? It's not level 3 yet, but like if it was level 3, like at least in theory it's 1250 damage with the Aghanim Scepter he already has. The only good thing is about the Scepter he has now, they can use it as a burst against the TA. But now we actually have a go. No, we don't have a go. That Batrider was just saying hello, and whoops, what's with my mouse? Now there's a tornado, but it didn't catch anyone. It's just saying hello to the creeps whatsoever. So High Crown defended. Everybody's just going back and farm. And saying farm, we have to look fast in the crafts again. Look at this. 20k experience. I mean, experience 20k, that's insane. And the gold is not less frightening. 14k. So House of Gamers, they have a firm grip on this game at the moment.
Wow, my goodness. Well, I have yet to see fucking Mad use the Laguna Blade, because in this patch it goes through BKB, but I've never had the luck to ever witness it firsthand.
He might actually be a dagger, and now he's chasing fucking Mad. The Jukes are actually coming. Oh, nice glimpse. So he's finding himself pretty much where he started like half an hour ago, and in the end nobody's dying there. Even Necro has been used here, but apparently for no reason whatsoever. But they might actually see this ward. Yeah, this ward is gonna... Huh? Batrider? Yeah, I was like, man, come on. You must have seen this ward.
There was no chance that he would have missed it. Well, this game just kind of spun out of control as soon as that Templar got the PKB.
Yes, I said it. Game-changing
yeah.
item.
Not only that, you know, have you seen the statistics in the past couple of days?
No.
In terms of professional games, like accounted for every single game, right?
Yep.
The item that there's the most amount of money spent on is BKB, with like something ridiculous like 11 million gold spent in total on the item. And second is Blink Dagger with 9 million. So it just goes to show just this is a must-get item for just about any game.
Yeah, but the funny thing about BKB, if you look at, I don't know how many patches back, I mean, BKB is gradually always getting here and there some nerfs. Now we see Soksha actually, okay, he is on the way, he tries to find something, maybe there's courier number 3 that might die, but to finish my thought, like, BKB always got gradually nerfed. I mean, we got the... It's more expensive. Like, you have the charges, which we didn't have back then, like, so it's now going down 10 to 4, etc. And we also have, like, indirect nerfs on BKB, like Lacuna Blade here on the Lina, for example. Like, it's going through magic immunity whatsoever, which is, like, also a huge nerf against the BKB, but still, the item is still, it remains one of the strongest items, especially depending on the draft. If you have a magic heavy setup there, it's just a good item, regardless of how much they nerf it. Now, we have a smoke, but this smoke actually might get off here with the Lina, but they're not moving a single step at the moment. Now the Necro unit's actually scouting it, and, oh god, no, it's not enough, because that would have been horrible for them. That would have been Bane versus 5. I don't think he stand a chance.
Oh my god. Who says Centaur can't split push? When you have this much HP, you just let the towers hit you because the return damage is reflected onto towers as well. And with this split pushing, it forces Zero Respect to go and defend, and this is just gonna be an easy Roshan.
That
for
means they have
House of-
4 now here, and there's the initiation on Paris. He already used his. No, now he's using actually Spike Carapace, but the Wraith King is coming in on Nota, but Nota is still living, and now they try to do something against the Templar Assassin, but look at this. The hits on the Wraith King now. Everybody's slowed, but they don't care. There's the Poison Touch as well as all the right clicks, and it's just a matter of time. He's standing there waiting for impending doom. So now the question is, who's gonna die next? Fucking mad. He's
How many
gonna be
force stabs
fucking
there?
mad. Look at it. Instant after it melted, he gets the GG call. Or gets to call the GG rather this way. And now actually, do we have another kill before the admin is gonna finish it? No, admin is pretty fast. But oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That was so funny. The melt hit, I don't know, I just saw like 4 critical numbers there. I think it was about 500% overkill on that pool, you know.
Oh man, fucking Matt definitely didn't want to take that instant calls GG.
Yeah.
I also missed the old BKB waking refresh with Tinker, and that was just like Tinker. It just makes Tinker damage stronger. Being able to refresh the BKB, stand there permanently in team fights.
Yep, absolutely. Either way, guys, this is a 2-game series, and this was just game number 1, so stay tuned. Game number 2 will come pretty much in a second. So hang in there. We'll be right back. A bit music, and that's it.